By the Emperor's light, another warp breach! Purge the heretics for the Emperor! Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Rogue Trader. So, last time, we did a little bit of splishin' and a little bit of splashin'. We took ourselves a bath. We ended up going down to the chapel. And now, we are trying to run down who made 3 confessions. We've already found one of them. We're looking for a guy, and I might need to check the last one. Have you made a confession lately? No, I'm up to my connectors as work as it is. Why are some destined to perish in the warp while others must go on living? Those some weren't trying hard enough or listening to their higher-ups is all. Or has someone you know died on you and I'm supposed to offer my sympathies? Odd choice of a person to come to with something like that, Lord Captain. Grandpa, I need your support, damn it. Alright, so it's not him. Who else could it be? It's not going to be Abelard, is it? There's nobody else. Vigdis? Lower your voice conspiratorially. The lop-eared Kleepas. The confession. Oh shit. I assume you heard my confession message. Do you wish to talk about it? This is the one I was going to have to go back and read. This is the one about the, like, rabbits? Vigdis, I want a pair of Kleepas aboard the ship. I'm going to quote my mother's response. That is impossible. You see, the species went extinct several centuries ago. I am very sorry, Lord Captain. There aren't any Kleepas to be had. The important question is, why? I was fault-checking the Vox devices in the ship's reliquary. Message recording works, but deletion does not. You have helped me establish that. Thank you. Wait, why lop-eared Kleepas specifically? At that time, I had nothing to repent of, so I dictated an excerpt from an old letter to my mother. As you heard, it contained arguments in favor of keeping lop-eared Kleepas on the ship. I can recite it from memory. Your confession perplexed the initiate. Find a way to delete it, and we shall forget about it. Will do, Lord Captain. Would you like to discuss other matters? Yeah, have the Vox spirits brought you anything? Forgive me, Lord Captain. Alright, that's fair enough. Alright, so who in the world could have sent that message? We don't have any other dudes aboard other than Abelard. Because it's not Janris on both of them. Abelard?
Lord Captain?
No, it's not one of my companions.
Lord Captain.
Okay. That's fair enough. It's not Jocasta. Maybe it's my water bearer. That's the only other person I can think of. What other dudes are on the ship with a name? Unless it is trying to count a character that's not here yet. Oh, how did I miss this? I will very much take this. Ooh. Oh my god. Does not have an area attack. Increases damage from all sources against any targets hit. You know what? I'm already using the deluxe items. I might as well take one. And then I'll leave the rest of this right here. So I know where it is in case I want the other ones. But for right now... Hello? Water bearer? Damn it. Okay, well, it was worth a shot. I don't have any more dudes on the ship. Who could be... Maybe it's somebody in the area I haven't gone to yet. I don't want to waste too much time faffing about. So we checked in with Einrich. We checked in with Rovod. Who else is there for us to yell at? Because it's got to be a dude. Maybe it really is over here. We went to the shrine last time, right? Let's go here. I think this is where? This is a new spot? Yeah. Judging from that picture, anyway. But yeah, no, we'll try and mop up the rest of this stuff real fast, and then we'll head on over and try and pick up our navigator. Oh god. Already there's stuff to... Ooh. Never mind, this is a 100%... Ugh, they're staring at me with their burnt eyes like I'm a leper. I'm just passing through, alright? So you lot can calm down. Oh, poor Adira. 100%.
That's how
the machine uses its many quills to commit the Astropath's whispers to paper, and then sorts the resulting raw mental images based on their meaning. Alright.
I always
So
keep my options open.
Try to find a dude with a name that could have confessed. We'll take a look at this. The back of the throne is smeared with something dark red and old. Ugh. Does anybody have a name? I'm not seeing any names so far. Oh, there, you have a name.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
We'll talk
dust.
to Mr. Wise and just... Oh, I saw question marks. Magnifying glasses. An endless stream of symbols fills the paper tapes. A deceased navigator's organ repurposed for the choir master's needs. Here is where process messages converge from all over the chapel. Sigma AR 8887? What? Who the hell are you? Protect us from the machine spirit's unrest, and for without his gifts our sacrifices are fruitless. You can barely hear the voice of the young astropath, standing very still next to the bulky mechanism. His face is frozen in a mask of despair. His anemic hands are pressed against his chest, clutching crumpled strips of thick paper. He hears you approach and composes himself. The engine seer, his head lowered, does not so much as glance in your direction. With his hands folded underneath his robe, he makes a barely audible, unpleasant sound, a prayer in Technolinga. What is going on here? The sacred compiler is ailing, your lordship. A gloom has come over the machine spirit, and they are disrupting the mechanism's operation. The 12th row of the drum is now adding incorrect symbols. The man shows you a stack of papers, and you notice at once that the rows of squiggles in each line all end with the same glyph. We summon the servants of the Omnisaya, but the machine spirits are none too eager to heed their prayers. The esteemed engine seer is in a state of tech prayer trance and hasn't moved from the spot for a day now. He shrinks his head into his shoulders timidly. I had the audacity to think the sacred compiler could be better helped by examining its parts, but who am I to question the secret knowledge of the Adeptus Mechanicus? Let's see if there's any way I can help. Let's take a look. Mechanism rotates steadily, adding dry clicking notes to the chapel's melody every time a manipulator catches against one of the dents on the drum. Ooh, okay. I'm saving for this. I really gotta look up how to autosave. There we go. Come on. Come on. Once clean of the candle wax that had seeped inside, the inner workings of the interpreter move much more easily. Oh god, that cut off so quick. Alright. Can I talk to anybody? No. No, of course I can't. Ooh, logic. There we go. Once the text is ready for the final interpretation, the compiler sends it to the choir master along with a list of meanings for the known images. Again, these prompts are just going by way too quick. Alright, let's see. I've already done that. Was there anything I missed on this? It went by... No, okay. Just have to be sure. Because it went by so quick, I don't even know if I got the whole thing.
Is there money to be made?
Is there anything else I can do? Let me check my quest log real quick. Oh, did we do it? No? The issue affecting the compiler's interpreter module has been fixed. Okay, so I can't talk to any of you. Alright, well, maybe Weiss will be happy with me. There we go.
That's how it's done.
The receiver's enormous reels direct paper tapes and containing unprocessed texts. Paper tapes containing unprocessed text into the chapel's depths after blessing the paper with an imprint of sacred cogs.
Keep your wits about you.
God damn.
I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure.
I go where the whispers lead.
Okay. Everybody together like we're a big happy family. The voices blend in an unnatural unison. The longer you listen to the choral chant, the stronger your headache grows. Alright, gonna save again real quick. And then, come on.
Just as I
The sensors of the text correcting calibrator are dead. A prayer to the Omnisaya makes the sensors work anew. Oh, that might mean there's more to do over here. Anything? Nothing. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh no, I've already read that one. Alright. So, I think that's about it. Oh, nope. Okay, so there are quite a few of these. I get it now. Come on.
Success.
The miniature
is the
screens
only
are displaying
outcome I
red error
accept.
messages. You command the machine to run a diagnostic. I cannot read fast enough for those things. Okay. Anything else? Oh, yep. Here we go. I really do need to look up how to quick save. I still need to find out who made that confession.
I always get the job done.
Oh, there we go. What's this? Underneath the grill, you can see enormous outlines of formidable machines in a green haze. Anything else that's broken? Do I now need to go one by one down here? Up. The last beacon cannot be saved from the 13th storm. The lapsed father's beloved son will open his yawning maw. Yes. Oblivion is inevitable. After the boundless sunset comes the horrific sunrise, brought forth into a wailing world from the womb of Arg. Well, that's not good. Wait, let me loot him. He might have important things. Damn it.
I always have a backup plan.
Well, that wasn't good. Maybe this thing? Ooh, piece of candy. I will take both of those. Happily. Let's head up here. There should be another one of those. The throne is furnished with a conductive charge supply and can be turned into an instrument of execution at any moment. Okay, so... Oh, that doesn't look right.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
That one's red. Damn it. That one's red too. Okay. Alright. Let's head back over here. See if we can find another malfunction. Or if we can talk to these people yet. There we go. Alright. Hopefully this is the last one. I have no idea. Strange sounds are coming from under the receiver's grid. A couple of kicks, the sounds grow large. Okay, finally.
I always keep my options open.
Your lordship, the sacred mechanism is working again with no disruptions. With a trembling hand, the psyker hands you a strip of paper with smooth rows of etched characters, this time containing no errors. The engine seer rises proudly to his feet and says in low Gothic, a language clearly he has not had much practice in, with sacred words and virtuous thoughts turned toward the God Emperor. I have been able to pacify the mechanism's wayward spirits. The Omnisaya blesses. How lucky we are that the venerable tech priest is so pious and wise. This statement is true. I recommend installing 2 incense burning units in this compartment to prevent the spirit's continued anger. The unit Zachary Wise will be provided with a list of minor recommendations, 142 in total. For improvements to this compartment's maintenance, failure to implement will result in sanctions on the part of the Adeptus Mechanicus priesthood. Alright.
Keep your wits about you.
Where do I get these? Okay, I gotta go talk to Weiss now. Did you make the confession, you sick son of a bitch? Your lordship, I have something for you. The choir master hands you a sheet of paper with uniform lines of machine type etched into it. Thanks to your assistance in repairing the compiler, we have been able to interpret a most curious message. It contains a call sign that agents of the renegade Vogtfair used in their especially important reports. Could it be a message from Vogtfair? He was more likely the intended recipient. Ooh. When was the signal sent? I cannot say with certainty, your lordship. Following the repair work, I went through text that had defied decoding before. This signal had lost its way in the bowels of the mechanism. It could be a week old or years. What does the message say? Only a few words. Lilamed, Odanthius 6, or Odanthius 11, sorry. The winds have ceased. It is done. Now Lilamed is Vogtfair's call sign for special reports, but the rest is a code we are unfamiliar with. That said, we know where to look for the truth. Odanthius 11. I will get to the bottom of that message. Yes, okay. Remind me, who are you? My name is Zachary Weiss, your lordship. I am the choir master of the Astropathic Choir. I was posted to this ship soon after my soul binding ritual on Holy Terra. You might say I have been serving House von Valentius all my life. I love the music for this area. I've been trying not to say anything, but this is so fucking cool. You know what? Just because I'm anxious. Have you made a confession lately? I beg your lordship's pardon? Why are some destined to perish in the warp while others must go on living? Yes! How odd. Odd that you should have listened to my confession, and odd that you should choose to approach me afterwards. Why? I felt there was anguish in that confession. I wanted to help. Might be dangerous. Yeah, let's go with I wanted to help. My confession made you anxious on my account, resulting in a waste of your time, for which I apologize. I am thankful for your consideration. 52 experience. Death always keeps close to astropaths, and its punishments for arrogance and weakness are severe. I have seen my fellows die, and at times the memories are exceedingly hard to bear. Sadly, almost every choir has a story like that, and a survivor who has carried their ghosts with them ever since. My apologies, but I cannot continue worrying at these old wounds. Directing a choir requires a clear and firm state of mind. How did you like serving under Lady Theodora? I served her for 2 decades and never knew another Lord Captain before your ascension. With her, I had been through. The choir master falls silent, as though briefly transported in his mind to another place. A shadow of regret creeps onto his face. I had been through many things. Lady Theodora had a good understanding of my significance within the overall mechanism of the ship's services. Poorly concealed irritation creeps into the expression of regret on his face, which, however, did not stop her from neglecting my warnings. I am confused, so how old are you? What? Where did that come from? If my calculations are correct, having factored in our movements through the warp, then I turned 34 a month and a half ago. Oh, you poor old man. There's a pause. You can't quite decide if the old man in front of you is joking, but there is not the slightest hint of a smile on his face. Oh, you poor dude. Tell me about the Astropathic Choir. Of course, Lord Captain. Is there something specific you would like to know? What is this place? To us astropaths, this place is our cradle and our grave. Lord Captain, you are at the conflux of every secret missive, every order of prime importance, every scheme being plotted behind the scenes. You are at a place where each of your loyal astropaths is ready to lay down their life for crumbs of information, if that is your wish. We receive and send messages for hours turning into days. We wander the dark depths of the immaterium, carrying our voice through the warp's eternal night. bringing it to our comrades in some remote refuge, accepting the voices, signals, and missives of others into our own abode. Those are most often meant for you, your lordship, and at times they are meant for no one. Point to the mechanical drum. What device is this? It is a sacred compiler that helps us record, store, and to an extent unriddle messages. The astropaths first received these messages in the form of muddled images, dictating what they see to the machine, which logs their every word. From the reels of the receivers on the ceiling, the machine recorded words are routed through lines under the floor and into transcribers and then into the thesaurus core. This core is the most important part of the mechanism, as it contains a vast catalog of various symbols and the methods of their interpretation. The compiler matches the images in the message against its data and forwards the results to the central cogitator and myself so that I can begin the ritual of decoding. I know of no other choir that possesses so wise a mechanism, and I praise the God Emperor for its existence. However, while the compiler hastens the extraction of intelligible meaning from perplexing imagery, an astropath must still open their mind to interpretation, which is no less perilous than the rites of receiving or sending an astropathic message. If your machine knows the meaning of symbols, why can't it decode the messages itself? Regrettably for us all, your lordship, astropathic messages are not ciphered dispatches, but rather psychic imprints containing information. Only an astropath can read the entirety of something created through the medium of the warp. Furthermore, as messages pass through the immaterium, they might become distorted by malevolent intent. It falls to your servants alone to shield their mind with faith and separate the true meaning from the influence of the ruinous powers. So the ruinous powers are out there sending spam mail through the warp. So if you wanted to hide certain information from me, you could. Oh, damn it. Wrong one. 3. Whis' face twists into a bitter grimace. My duty is to shield you from the most monstrous communications that filter through the warp. The screams of the Emperor's loyal servants, centuries dead by now. The nightmarish, maddening images of the Sea of Souls. The cursed symbols that cause astropaths to convulse in violent fits of frenzy. The messages from abominations in search of weak minds to devour. Concealing all of that from you is my duty. How does one become an astropath? We were all part of the Imperial Tithe once. Psychers delivered to Terra on the black ships, but only a few of the candidates had what it took to study astropathy. Fewer still successfully completed the grueling training to be eligible for soul binding, and almost none survived the initiation. We were given the privilege to behold the Emperor's light, light flawless and searing. That changes you. It wounds you irreparably. It takes your eyesight, but in exchange you commune with greatness. His presence in our souls fortifies them as we stand against malicious powers. After the ritual, an astropath is assigned their position. At this or that Adeptus an Adeptus, an astropathic relay, or a ship. More often than not, our first places of service is also our last. If something happens to your choir, where can I find new astropaths? It would be more on point to say when something happens. The Emperor's blessing protects us from the warp's various influences. However, there are horrors dwelling in the void for which even this defense would be no obstacle, especially if one spends as much time in their company as we do. there's only one way to procure astropaths, and that is through the Adeptus Administratum. Luck permitting, unattached astropaths from the sector will be posted to the ship, ones who, for whatever reason, have lost their place of service. Failing that, the request will go out to Terra, and we will have to wait a long time. That said, there are other options, blasphemous, forbidden options, unsanctioned psychers, unprotected and broken souls who seldom live past their first few seances, but even those would do, should the God Emperor put our souls through severe trials. And judging by how rabid the warp has been of late, by the number of dead astropaths, those trials will be upon us sooner than our prayers could reach Terra. I know a couple of places where we can get new astropaths, Adira grins maliciously. That's, of course, if you don't insist on them all being all classy and proper like this fried-eyed bunch. Yeah, no, I'd rather get my messages from a sanctioned psyker that doesn't explode into tentacles on the third sentence. I am listening carefully, Lord Captain. That odd noise in the chapel, does it not bother you? On the contrary, Lord Captain, it is a mental focusing technique used by our flagship's choir, one that I invented myself. The music was written by an astropath, what my charges and I hear, and it is not what ordinary people hear. So hold on, this music is just bumping through the whole area? Holy crap. I love this place. Its true depth and beauty cannot be fathomed without the Emperor's blessing. The music protects our minds from rudimentary thoughts, purifies and sharpens them. But above all else, it serves as a beacon of sorts amid the tumultuous sea of souls, a thread to lead us home from the deadly maze. I have witnessed the death of one of your astropaths. What happened? Yeah, dude just collapsed after yelling about the dawn. May the God Emperor rest his soul and protect him from the ruinous powers, tenacious claws. That was the 5th one this month. Our younger voices cannot handle the warp storms raging in this expanse and end up losing their minds, if they are lucky. Something is afoot on the other side of the maw, Lord Captain. Something infinitely sinister. Something disastrous. The scraps of mental images that reach us from the Imperium carry the mark of doom. The images emanating from there are like a beast baring its teeth. You've heard accounts of disturbances in the warp affecting psychers, especially astropaths, who delve most deeply into the immaterium. But there have been more and more alarming stories of late. Something is raging in the warp. Cicatrix Maledictum? Oh, okay. A huge warp storm stretching across the galaxy, result of the catastrophic rift. I get you, okay. Something that poses a particular threat to those with psychic powers. Oh, damn. Alright, well, I guess I'm coming back here. We will speak later, Choir Master. I have business to attend to. Goodbye, your lordship. Alright. We have leveled up. Okie doke. Give me just 1 second to pull out my handy dandy notepad. Alright. So we want Uncanny Sight. And then we want Intelligence. Yes, please. Abelard. Alright. For you, I love Reckless Strike. Or is it Forceful Strike? Ooh, it's Forceful Strike. I really enjoy. But we're making Abelard a tank, so we're going with Sworn Enemy and Athletics. Alright, Adira. You are the one that I don't have in my handy-dandy notepad. So... You know what? Yeah, I think I will go Tide of Excellence, and then it increases lore warp. I'm going with intelligence. So hopefully that works the same way as it did. I did willpower with this one? Oh, okay. I probably did this to... I'm going ballistic skill again. And then... Ooh, this one's... Here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go with rapid fire this time around. Yep, alright. Okie dokie. Now, let's go turn in that quest. Troubling Confessions. Okay, so that one we are going to have to go. We've done that one. These are the main quests. Okay, so this is looking for the Inquisitor. Alright. So... Oh. Well, let's go talk to him real quick, just to see if he has anything
Is there money to be made?
else to say. And then I think it's going to be time to head our happy little asses over to the Navigator station. We're going to go there first, and then the prison, and then it's off to the capital planet. Mainly because we really, really need Cassia on this team already. Come on. There we go. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save. Just in case. Oh, I nearly forgot. I need to go talk to what's-his-face. I really should have done that before heading back over here, but I kind of forgot. Yep. Let's go get this done. And then we head over to the Navigator station. Because there's quite a few things we need to go and do over there. Quite a few secrets that we can go and loot and grab. No, not you.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Do you have anything new? I found the sources of your confessions. You have nothing to worry about now. Nothing indeed. I will pass the confessions on with a note regarding your personal involvement. May the Emperor protect your lordship. Alright. Just wanted to be thorough. Now we can take off. Sorry about that. Little bit of a Swiss cheese brain. Come on. You can do it, Potato. But yeah, no, we are finally done introducing ourselves to everybody on the ship. That should be the worst that it ever gets, because there's a lot of people that we need to talk to all at once. There's checking in with everybody as we go along, but nothing quite to that degree. At least I don't think so. Alright, star systems. Oh, yep. Each star system contains objects to interact with. Alright, so we got here. What the hell? This is new. Lord Captain, Astropathic Choir Master Zachary Weiss is asking to speak to you via a private channel. Greetings, your lordship. I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships or worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterial's tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from the Rykad system's Astropathic station. Oh god. What is the nature of this scream? We do not know, your lordship, but it has brought the Immaterium to a boil. It has always been violent, roaring ocean, but that could spell doom to any who would consider stepping into its waters. Now, however, it has become a cradle of madness, where expelled images fuse together, twisting and cackling, before crashing into the minds of all who perceive it. A mighty warp storm, like the likes of which I cannot recall, rages in the Empyrean, and it fills me with terror. If the scream stops, will we be able to contact someone? I humbly hope so, your lordship. Perhaps we will manage to send a call for aid to the Von Valentius worlds, or one of the dynasty's allies. We're going to pay a visit to that station. Thank you, your lordship. Okay, that is absolutely new. I have no idea what that's about. However, let's go scan this place real quick. Nice. Okay. Alright, that's at least one check mark off. So, we aren't going here until last. And I don't know if this still works the same way. So, I'm going to go here first, and then here, because I really, really do not want to mess anything up. So, before we go over here, I think we're going to go here, 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 and then there. Lord Captain, reporting the heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Urac 5 being off-limits to visitors, we intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. Let's see. Contact the station again. Oh, I didn't read what. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigators' heralds ignoring us? I am sorry, Lord Captain, the station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader. How dare they! And the declaration of your intent to negotiate in Persian. How dare they turn back? No one dare gives me orders. No, Lord Captain, of course not. We order the crew to commence docking with the station. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely and may the God Emperor light your path. Yep. We got everybody we want. So, like I was saying a little bit earlier, there's a couple of things we need to make sure we do here. Obviously, there's loot scattered all over the place, but there's a sort of alchemical puzzle where you got to combine a bunch of different things. And there's also a very specific way of going about things so that you get 2 weapons in particular. And we're going to do our best to get those if we can. I very much doubt we're going to get there on this episode, but when I get there, I'll explain what I'm doing and why.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master? It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed. Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning? Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
This man is a badass. Do not shoot him. Oh, come on. What is going on? No. Let me see this. What is going on? Oh, you bastard. And you did it off camera? That's just insulting. Let me adjust this. This is a horrible angle. Please. Okay. That's bullcrap. A tall man stops you with a gesture as you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face. Not just his own blood. 2 jet-black, unblinking eyes are watching out your every move. And the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Abelard, if you would be so kind. The seneschal takes a deep breath. Before you stands his lordship, the rogue traitor Lamedicus von Valentius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Coronis expanse, and the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that nobilite custom requires the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first. But given the unusual circumstances on this station, his lordship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility, but just this once. In this case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion, but just this once. Oh, you dirty little prick. You're lucky I have to play nice with you. Very well, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this place. So you did not arrive to offer support to the traders? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that your Act 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orsilio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say that you are not on the guest list. Ooh, I actually have a decision to make now. I came here looking for the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator, one Heinrich van Kalar. Do you know anything about his present location? The Lord Inquisitor's interrogator? I think I would know if such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. Provide me with a navigator and I will immediately depart the station. I do not think that this is possible. Urac 5 is an observable station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms, and besides, gestures at the disorder around him, you have chosen an inopportune time for your negotiations. What is happening on the station? Where did all these corpses come from? Betrayal, a most banal thing in the life of the Nobilite, don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orsilio, and the second keeper of Urac 5, and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum, I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. Felix falls silent for a few moments and then furiously slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs while we idly chat down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, and waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet, Felix takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices his blood, and winces in pain. And yet, Lady Cassia's well-being is above us all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may succeed. In order to ascend to the mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orsilio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator's mechanism is powered. Why should I help you? You came to this station for a reason. Orsilio will not be able to help you until the current crisis is resolved. But if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement that you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence, or the power of our navigators. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. If it's so simple, why don't you do it yourself? I never said the feat would be easy to accomplish. The path to the laboratory and the guard room is blocked by the very same madmen who took over the station. They will not negotiate and are not afraid of displeasing the Navis nobilite or incurring the Emperor's wrath. They bow only to brute strength, something which I currently happen to lack. I guess that makes sense. So what have you decided, descendant of the von Valentius line? I still have questions. But if you need me to... Our idle chatter will not save Lady Cassia, but if you need me to be sure of something before you can help, so be it. Tell me about your mistress. Regretfully, I am not allowed to discuss my mistress, whether with her retinue or the outsiders. She will tell you about herself personally if she feels like it. That is assuming she survives. I am begging you not to waste any more of our precious time. for it is running out. What makes you think your mistress is alive? You may not believe me, but Lady Cassia is capable of incredible things. Not even the traitor Theobald can easily harness her powers. My men have reported that the station is in a deplorable state. Trust me, I should know. Everything happened too quickly. There were dozens of reports, accidents, victims, and failing systems, but the only precious thing aboard this ship is Lady Cassia's life. Everything else is futile and can be easily replenished. Yeah, I gotta move quick. Why did you not respond to the messages from Rykad Minoris? I have already said your Act 5 is sacrosanct. It is the holy domain of the Navis Nobilite, and it is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We had hoped to solve the crisis on our own, but when the situation spiraled out of control, we could not establish contact because the traitors had disabled our equipment. Let's see. I will rescue your mistress, but in return I require that House Orselio sign a contract with my protectorate. Felix's reply sounds curt and tired. So be it. Hurry. The mistress's safety is all that matters. But should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Alright. Well, I think I am going to... It is getting to be about that time of the hour. So I am going to have to end it here for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along with me. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. And until I see you next time, have fun and stay safe out there.